Kenyans will be going to the polls tomorrow to elect their new president. And there are 5 things which will determine who will become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. In this video, I want us to look at those factors which will determine who will be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya. And again, tomorrow I will go live due to public demand. And because there is no time, I don't want to waste it. I'll go straight to the points. The first thing which will determine who will be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya is the voter turnout. William Ruto has been campaigning in this country for close to 5 or 6 good years. Raila Odinga began his campaigns 1 year ago. But how their stronghold are going to turn out is what will determine whether Ruto will become the president or whether Raila Odinga will become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And the question is, where are their strongholds? William Ruto has Rift Valley and the mountain. The mountain is currently under threat from the efforts by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Raila Odinga supporters have also been voting for him without success. So will they turn out this time around? Because if you look at Raila Odinga's previous campaigns and his chances compared to right now, it is without saying that his chances at the moment are so high. Are his supporters going to turn up in large numbers to ensure that he becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya? Turnout is going to be key in this particular election. Because, for example, in the mountain, what will motivate the voters of the mountain to turn out in large numbers? Are they going to turn out to stop Raila Odinga, or are they going to turn out to secure their future with Ruto, or are they going to turn out to stop Ruto? Are they going to turn out to show solidarity with Martha Karua? Those are some of the questions and issues which are likely to determine who becomes the president. But the turnout is going to be key. In the coastal region, which has predominantly been Raila Odinga stronghold, are they going to turn out in their large numbers to support Raila Odinga? Or because they have their own party, because of William Ruto's effort, are they not going to turn out? So turnout in this election is going to be key. Tomorrow we will be able to know who is going to become the president by midday. We'll be able to see whether the mountain will be carrying people from hospital to go and vote for Ruto. We'll be able to see the turnout in the mountain. If the mountain will not turn out in large numbers, William Ruto should forget. That's number 1. Number 2 is the agents. Agents are going to be key in this particular election. Raila Odinga has always lost election, in quotes, due to agents. Agents will facilitate rigging. If you don't have agents, especially in your opponent's stronghold, the truth of the matter is that those agents will allow monkey business to take place. For the first time, Raila Odinga is going to have agents across the country. In the mountain and in Rift Valley, where his votes were rigged because of a lack of agents, I don't think that will happen. Agents help in so many ways. For example, there's always this strategy of inflating figures and deflating figures. Raila Odinga suffered this, especially in the mountain, where his actual figures were not declared. Raila Odinga would get like 50, they'll record as 5. Raila Odinga would get 40, they'll record as 14. This time around, because he has agents, I'm sure Raila Odinga is sure. What about William Ruto? Is William Ruto prepared for this particular election? Will he be able to have agents across the country? Like, for example, I'm right now in the village. Tomorrow I'll be going back to Kisumu where I'll vote. I'm not sure whether Ruto has agents here, because nobody has been talking about UDA in this particular area where in Sigoti here, my home village here. So if William Ruto will not be able to provide agents, that will give leeway to rigging. And it's not the first time. Even during Kibaki and Raila era, Kriegler realized in his report that both parties inflated their figures and deflated their opponents' figures. So the agents is one of the issues, I mean, it's one of the key factors which will determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So if Raila Odinga will be able to raise agents, I think he's going to do that. That's fine. In the last election, Raila Odinga suffered heavily because his agents were never paid. That's the first thing which happened. So in most polling stations, by midday, because agent starts working the previous day, by midday they were already tired, they were already hungry, and that gave leeway to rigging. They were compromised. Again, Raila Odinga's agents were basically state agents in those strongholds. So you'll find Raila Odinga hiring agents, but those agents were working for the state. Will William Ruto be able to thwart all those strategies which the deep state always use? I don't know, but agents is one of the key things which will determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Number 3 is President Uhuru Kenyatta. You accept it or not, Uhuru Kenyatta is a key factor in this particular election. Uhuru Kenyatta was voted for by his people 3 times. As much as they might not like him, the way he stated in one of the interviews yesterday, the truth will remain that it's going to be a factor. And how is Uhuru Kenyatta going to be a factor? The Mount Kenya region, are they going to listen to him? What about his address to them yesterday? I'm reading online that that address was emotional, and he ended it up with that song. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta is one of the guys who hardly makes political mistakes. So will Uhuru Kenyatta backyard support Raila Odinga? Or will they punish Uhuru Kenyatta? If they are going to punish Uhuru Kenyatta for Ruto, and they'll ensure that they turn out in large number to vote for Ruto, I can assure you, Raila Odinga will not have a chance. But if the mountain is going to support Uhuru Kenyatta, if Uhuru Kenyatta is going to make sure that Raila Odinga wins in the mountain, Ruto is actually finished. I've been reading online and reading on one of William Ruto's foot soldiers from Othaya, Chiga Ward, and the guy is complaining that already chiefs are identifying people, and that these people are going to be the only ones who will be allowed to help the elderly in polling stations. So Uhuru Kenyatta will not sit and watch William Ruto run him over, especially in the mountain. And that will definitely impact on the general outcome of the elections. So Uhuru Kenyatta as a factor is going to determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Number 4 is the deep state. The deep state as a factor. I was reading somewhere today that 4 IEBC officials from Homa Bay have been arrested, that they were found in someone's house holding a meeting there. And IBC have actually issued a statement that the 4 officers have been fired. What was their objective of that meeting? Who are they meeting? Which aspirant? So the deep state will be able to thwart any rigging scheme, and they'll be able to facilitate rigging where they want. The truth of the matter is that as we speak now, already there is credible information that some agents of UDA or Kenya Kwanza are trying to hack IBC server, and they have an office somewhere around Bomas of Kenya where they are trying to do this. And the police are aware. So things like those, when they are caught like that, then the next thing you'll hear is that the deep state have gone and those guys arrested. It happened several occasions during the NASA when they would raid offices. So we'll be able to see such kind of efforts. And lastly, the last factor is going to be IEBC credibility, and which begs the question, can IEBC as currently constituted preside over free, fair and credible elections? If IEBC will be able to preside over free, fair and credible elections, then again that will be important. It will be a factor, it will determine If IBC will decide, okay, for us, we have suffered under the in the hands of Raila and Uhuru. We are going to favor Ruto, so we are going to facilitate Ruto in one way or the other. We are going to favor Kenya Kwanza in one way or the other. Then their credibility will determine. And if they are going to surrender the way I said in one of my videos that IBC already surrendered to Ruto, if they are going to surrender, then again they will help Raila Odinga. So the truth of the matter is that IBC and their credibility will also be a factor and will determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know what you think, but for me, those are some of the 5 things. Voter turnout will determine who becomes the president, the agents, which party will be able to provide agents across. There is the Uhuru Kenyatta as a factor, then there's the deep state and IEBC credibility. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And in case you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Please, we are going for elections tomorrow. Let us remain peaceful. Go out there, vote for your candidate in peace. After voting for your candidate, go home, wait for the results. Parties will ensure that their votes are protected. Don't allow yourself to be misused by any political wing. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye bye.